Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and as always, when I stream live, it's usually awkward in the very beginning because it's just me hosting this video stream, but I'm not alone, certainly. We have people waiting here in Discord. Apparently, I waited too long. You thought it was a long time for you to wait for me to unbox the Google Pixel 2 here? I had to wait all day for it to get delivered. And then I wanted to make sure it got scheduled out properly, so I am here to unbox this live with the Discord chatters, with everybody who's watching on YouTube live right now. As you very well know, we do a live stream every day, or just about every day, in the other YouTube channel, youtube.com/LockerGnome. That's where the LockerGnome Daily Report happens. I don't do a live video on this channel every day. This is an exception to the rule for a few reasons. One, it's exciting to do the unboxings of flagship products live with everybody. Two, it's really fun to do these unboxings live with everybody. So feel free to chat. If you have a question or something you want to throw out there, super chat me on YouTube. You can do that when it's live. We already have one super chat. Fucho the Clown broke the ice with the first super chat there on YouTube. Thank you very much. If you want, you can join the Discord chat. It's easy to do. One of two ways. One, you can either sub to me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. That's where my profile is. You sub to me there, and you get access to Discord within an hour. It's pretty simple. The instructions are on that page. You can also be a patron of mine, patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. You would also get access to Discord chat, open 24/7, and trust me, we are reaching critical mass in this chat room. We have over 100 people, and at any given time, they are geeking out about something. And generally speaking, it's a pretty nice place. I'm having fun in the chat room when I'm not doing a video for everybody. You all know how we've kind of arrived to this point, specifically my journey. This is my first Google Pixel, not the first Google Pixel. And I have also made mention in the past that I'm hoping the community would help make these types of unboxings possible. So if you take a look at go.tagjag.com/devicefund, link should be in the video description. If it's not, you can go to go.tagjag.com/devicefund, and maybe Liz will pop it up in the back here. You could have effectively helped me sponsor this device or this device. Thank you for that. If you're not a patron, or if you're not a sub, or if you're not a super chatter. So I have to give credit to my sponsors. These are individuals from within the community. All of the first groupings effectively went to go.tagjag.com/devicefund and pledged. We had about 27 of you who actually did it, and it really made a dent. It really helped. It's very helpful to be able to rely on the community, to be able to provide the community what the community says they want. So thank you for supporting me in whatever way that you see fit. We're just going to begin by scrolling. These, I don't think, are in any particular order, apart from potentially when the person had pledged. And this is the thing. I'm going to be doing several Pixel videos. In fact, after this Pixel 2 unboxing, I'm going to be unboxing the Google Pixel 2 XL. So there will be 2 live streams tonight, and I'll be scrolling through the names, of course, as I continue to move along through the Pixel videos. So if you want your name to be in some upcoming Pixel videos, because I have a few that I need to record, I'm going to do this, show off all the sponsors, the people who made it possible, every single time, because I could not do it without you. I could make this very Star Wars-y, too. I could just, slant it like this. This is the best that we could come up with in terms of being able to make sure that everybody got the credit they deserve. In fact, we went back and we dove into the Super Chat sponsors, the people who did the hashtag Pixel Fund. It was kind of fun, and we pulled your names out. So this is kind of like a bonus. I mean, we don't want to leave anybody out. Anybody who Super Chatted when I've been live. Anybody who, of course, is welcome in Discord through subbing to me on Twitch or, naturally being a patron. Naturally. It's the right thing to do. These people deserve the credit. And so I have to spend the time making sure that everybody here gets the credit that they deserve. Some of the fonts had to be shrunk because some of the names are a little longer, but this seemed to be the fairest way to do it. And so thank you for bearing with me, of course. And I see, as I look in the background, there are a few other people who are now super chatting during this live feed. We did our best. As I said in the beginning, it's just me who's producing, and I haven't even unboxed it yet. So just be patient. Gotta give credit where it's due, man. I don't want to just throw this in at the end. I love every one of these people. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you. No, that's not the end of the video. Not trying to throw you off. Oh, I did not mean to pop the keyboard up. Apologize. Here we go. It's a long list. It's a good list. I mean, if you were not aware that we're doing this live stream every weekday, we get super chatters pretty much every day in the other YouTube channel. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Don't worry, you can see where I am in the position of the document. There's a little scroll bar. I just don't want to touch it because I'm afraid I'll scroll too quickly and someone's name will, like, slide by, and I don't want to do that. So expect to see these names and maybe even others as we progress through the Pixel videos. Expect a lot of Pixel-related content. Expect more stories as they unfold. So there we go. Thank you all my sponsors, all my super chatters who specifically said this is for the Pixel Fund. You helped at least cover, I believe, pretty close covering one of these devices. I don't know if I'm going to be holding on to both of them, though. I may have to send one back. I can't hold on to both of them. We didn't get that much support. But that's okay. All the support we got was perfect. David Stevens comes in with a super chat and says, "Hey, Chris, you didn't think I would ever stop super chatting, did you?" I hoped not. Thank you, David. David also became a part of the Discord chat the other day. I was worried he was going to stop super chatting because it's nice to see him in there. VTC Productions PC just came in with a super chat, and don't worry, I'm moving on to the unboxing of the Pixel device. I just don't want to slice through the tape. They've kind of left a gap here so I can pull it off. That's nice. Should show you the box though. It's neat. He says, "Waiting on my payday next week to sponsor you." No worries, dude. No worries. I got plenty of Pixel videos to do, and hope to be able to show your name at least once in those upcoming videos. And then Joe Smith comes in with a $5 super chat, says, "Hello, Chris, I'm excited for this unboxing. Not as excited as I am." So on this side, we've got hashtag Team Pixel. That's the hashtag they're using. It's not intercapped. On this side, we have a profile of the Google Pixel 2. And then on this side, it says Google Assistant built in. And then look, it's the lens icon right there, and lens has not been made a final. Pretty clean design. Pretty simple design. Okay, so I've now removed the tape. No box fart, very clean. Nothing inside this box. See, the unboxing is really quite simple. It's the engagement with chat that really gets me excited. So let me scroll over there and make sure I can see everybody. Okay, I can see everybody. We have the Pixel wrapped inside this plastic. It's a comfortable hold. This is the 2. Huh. Okay. I like it. I mean, I'm not using it yet, but on the front it just says, "Hi, how can I help? Bonjour, comment puis-je vous aider?" Obviously, I don't speak French. So it says, "Just start with OK Google, squeeze the sides of your phone or touch and hold the home button." So it just basically explains what you need to do in both English and French. So this is Canadian friendly. Canadian friendly, which is nice because we do have some Canadians here in chat. In the rest of the box, since this is an unboxing, we've got the holster, the bed, if you will, for the Pixel phone. And then, yay! Welcome to Team Pixel. So it's official. Now I am officially in Team Pixel. I wasn't before, but I am now. This little booklet here, or I assume potentially a set of booklets. Boy, how's that gonna come off? Oh, there we go. Oh, sticky residue came off as well, like the top of it, so that stays clean. Inside we have "Let's Get Started." That's very nice. This little guide, I think, is perfect for potentially getting going with the hardware, at least. I don't think I'm going to need that. And then we have another set of instructions, the safety instructions, and of course the SIM ejector tool. All right, I like that. It says, "Yay! Welcome to Team Pixel." It's pretty cool. I'm in Team Pixel. Hashtag Team Pixel. What's going to happen from here on in? I don't know. You're just going to have to stay tuned. Inside, we have a USB adapter. This USB type, what is this? Type A to Type C adapter. That is definitely not something I want to lose. Let's go ahead and put it back. Don't know if I'm going to use that, but it's nice to be able to convert existing cables. And then we have, I believe, what would be capable of 17 watts of power on this. I'm trying to get the right reflection. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. This is the AC adapter, which I hope to, keep in conjunction with the cable that it comes with. But it is white. I got to point this out because I point this out with Apple's stuff when I get the black devices. Oh, this is kind of neat. I like how they laid this out on the bottom. They kind of keep it clean. How they accommodate the cables there. Apologies. There's that cable, which is the USB-C cable, the primary Pixel cable, the thick plastic, and then the infamous, which means it's really famous, headphone jack adapter, which I'll use, certainly. I use headphones frequently enough, infrequently enough. Oh, cool! They're posting their setups. That's neat. I like that. I like that you do that. I love that in the live video. It's really exciting. Y'all get to brag about your setups in the Discord chat. You can join it. I told you how at the beginning of the video. Unless everybody wasn't here at the beginning of the video. Go.tagjag.com/device-fund is how you could potentially fund the Pixel stuff or other devices. Or my Twitch profile is how you can be a sub. Twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Of course, you can become a patron to get access to Discord chat as well. That's go.tagjag. I'm sorry. That is patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. We have a couple of other super chats. VTC Productions PC says, my excitement is like the one I get when I get a new phone and it's not even my phone. Lol. Yeah, I can tell you I was not this excited for the new device now that I've got it unboxed. I will move forward in showing you the device. This has me excited for a few different reasons. And like I said, if you've been paying attention, you know exactly why I'm excited for this. So we also have Rocky C saying, just saying, I got mine before you one more time. Thank you, Rocky. Rocky's also in the Discord chat. He got his Pixel before me. So I should note that we're going to be doing this unboxing. I'm going to be answering questions specifically about the Pixel 2. Maybe Pixel questions and other questions related to the Pixel 2, since this is a Pixel 2 unboxing. I believe I'll be giving most of my initial impressions maybe a day from now. So there may be 2 more live videos in this channel tomorrow. And then after these 2 live videos today, we're still going to do TLDR. And then after TLDR, we're going to be doing the podcast. And that we do at twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. SkyCop70 comes in with a super chat. Thank you. It says, put this towards the building of the Team Pixel Clubhouse. Y'all are invited to join. Look at this. Look at this. Right there. Some people have got nicer screens than me. I got to tell you. Darren S. comes in with a super chat. Congrats on the Pixel. Thank you very much. Locked to Frozen says, at work watching the unboxing. Lol. Well, I hope to be entertaining you. This is a lot of fun to do. This is it's weighty. It's not super lightweight, but I now I kind of understand what they're saying. This the feel of the back of the Pixel phone is nice. It's grippy. It's not slick. It doesn't feel like it's going to slide off the desk or anything like other phones have done. Wow. Okay. It's smaller than I think I was expecting, but I think my only other go-to Android device for a while has been the slightly wider Nexus 6P. So let me go ahead and compare. It's not an exact comparison because I think I have a larger resolution on the 6P, but it's definitely smaller than the Nexus 6P. Let's just go ahead and do this. That I think is a pretty fair comparison. It's smaller. I think it's got a lower resolution as well. Oh man. Oh, this is nice. I have the cases on order, but from Google, of course. Well, that's a very Kylo Ren PC there. So the thing though about the cases is that I may be returning them, not because they're horrible or anything, but the Moment team. Moment is lenses that you can use on your smartphone if they're compatible, and with their case, the Moment case, like adding telephoto, adding macro, adding wide angle, adding fisheye potentially. And so I connected with them, and effectively I'm getting their cases for both the Pixel XL 2 or 2XL and the Pixel 2. I'm not sure which one I'm going to like yet. I'm not sure which one I'm going to keep yet. I could only basically get 3 of the lenses, so I put the fisheye lens kind of off to the side. Maybe I'll get that at some point in the future. I think the wide angle lens would accommodate me. So now I feel I've got the best of many worlds. I can have a telephoto lens, with the adapter. Boom. Okay, it's just like a dual camera phone. It's also got the macro lens, which I don't think many leading devices necessarily have, so I'd have that feature with a click. And then, of course, the wide-angle lens, which I've appreciated specifically on other flagship devices. So, I'm getting the best camera with the best lenses with those cases. And I'll get those, and when I do, of course, I'll be doing a video on them and with them. Certainly, it's gonna be exciting. So I'm looking forward to that for my Pixels. That may be my go-to case, at least for the interim. I don't know if I want to boot it up yet. I mean, I'm just kind of relishing this, just enjoying it, holding it. This is very nice. Oh, someone said. 500 people watching? Kylo Ren said that. Hit the like button. Yeah, you got to remember to hit the like button. I assume if you're watching, you like it. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much with it, but I will go ahead and boot it up. Let's see here. I think that would be the power button. Just press and hold. Was that long enough? Was that not long enough? Nothing happened, so it wasn't long enough, unless that wasn't the power button. Difficult to say. I didn't read the directions. And it's not... Oh, there we go. You have to hold it a little longer than it buzzed. I get the classic Google logo. Pretty clean. Everything looks nice. It's definitely potentially a smaller resolution than what I've been rocking on the iPhone 8 Plus. Definitely a smaller screen. Wow. Jumped right into setup. Like, we're ready. Did you see how fast that booted up? Like, that was a fast boot up. That's no joke. Wow. Okay, so we've got a couple of other super chats. King Flippin' Ryan says, sending this from my Pixel and my 2XL comes Wednesday. Oh, and hashtag Pixel Fund. Thank you very much. Rocky says, can't stop the super chats. More Pixel Funds. Rocky C, thank you again. And Raul Madera says, most anticipated unboxing, along with the 2XL, which is happening after this. I don't know if I can necessarily dim the brightness of the screen. Is that too bright for everybody? Yeah, let me see if I can hold it at an angle. That may annoy people. I guess that's an issue for some people. You never want to hold your smartphone at an angle. Let's see here. I'm going to start. That was clean on project. I'm just going to skip that. I don't want to get online here right now. Yeah, whatever. Clean. Man. Okay, I'm just going to at least set Pacific time. Wait, I got to go the other direction. Pacific Standard Time. January 19th, 2017. Not exactly, but next. Name. Okay. CHRI. I'm just going to stick with Chris. Unlock with Pixel Imprint. Let's just skip that for now. I'll come back to it later. Skip the screen lock. Skip anyway, because I'm probably just going to be going back and getting it later. Free up space when your phone storage is almost free or full. It'll remove some data like backed up photos and videos. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Help apps find location, improve location accuracy, send system data, install updates and apps. All right, going all in. It's clean. Now I got. Whoa, dude, that was such a fast process. Now, granted, I did not input data, but that was an insanely fast process. Insanely fast. So I'm going to start navigating here after reading a couple of super chats. Felix Rodriguez says, Team Pixel, sent for my Pixel 2 XL. I think that's the one everyone's waiting for. Everyone wants to hear about the Pixel 2 XL specifically because of the screen. So I got to tell you, that was jank-free compared to, well, at least the iPhone 7 setup process, which is definitely full of jank. Wow, okay. That's nice. It feels nice in the hand. It looks nice. It looks clean. App drawer slid up cool. Swipe down. Of course, you can also toggle the swipe down from your fingerprint sensor, but I'm not going to get into that right now. That's very clean. I'm not online, so Google's not going to load right now. I'll get online later, but that's responsive, man. Oh, you have this nice bounce at the end. The only thing that I'm not sure about yet is how the icons work underneath or I guess above these icons, your navigation icons. I think this is the nav bar. That's the status bar. I've got to learn all new terminology here, but I can do it. The clock also updates. That's a real-time clock. Man, that was freaking fluid. Dude. Oh, my God. Oh, man. I forgot what it was like to have a fluid software experience. This is exciting. Couldn't sign in. Yeah, I can't do much here. Allow camera. Oh, I did see something jump there. Did you see kind of a jump when I pulled up the camera app? There's kind of a jump in the dialogue. Maybe that's a first time thing. Save location is on. Motion is enabled. I definitely want to turn on the HDR mode. Like to be always HDR. Everything looks HDR control. Let's make it manually. Not necessarily seeing anything that is jumping out at me in terms of some outright jank. But I've definitely got the HDR plus. Let's go enhanced. I'm not going to take a picture right now. I'm just kind of getting a better idea. Seems that it's tracking pretty well, like in terms of not just the colors outright, but specifically, it's fluid. It doesn't seem like it's blurring as I'm moving around. A lot of old cameras would have that problem, but this is nice. I'd rather have. I know HDR is on automatically, Latif Alabioki, but I'm just reading the name from YouTube chat. But I'd prefer just knowing HDR plus is just always just there. I always prefer HDR photos, always, every single time, which I expect to get faster too, in time, certainly. But pulling open menus, popping out, swiping in between or jumping into apps, pretty fluid animations. I'm not really noticing any skips. Haven't done a lot though, so I'd really like to. Let's see here. Let's go into settings then. Settings is there. You have to pardon my eyesight has to adjust here. Finish setting up the pixel. So it's got the finished setup right there. Transfer data, custom. Oh, is that what this is? This is the. I think this is the. Would this be the transfer data cable here? Possibly. I'd have to read about it. Oh, nice. That's where I am, adjusting my glasses on your screen there. Earl Green comes in with a super chat on YouTube saying, for the Pixel Fund, my previous super chats were implied Pixel Fund contributions. Of course, Earl. What else would I expect? Okay, so scrolling through, I'm looking as close as I can because just trying to notice anything that just kind of jumps out at me. It's a clean screen. I mean, I do know some people were having issues specifically with angles at or with the Pixel 2 XL. I guess I'm noticing similar kind of angles with the Pixel 2, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily off-putting outright. But I'm also wearing glasses that have the anti-reflective reject blue light coating, so I don't know if I'd necessarily say if those that's the issue, but there's definitely a cast of color if you angle it. Now I wouldn't say insanely great viewing angles, but that's really never been a problem for me outright. Night light, let's see here, status will never turn off automatically. That was pretty slick. I don't know how color representation is necessarily going to work, but generally speaking, maybe on the first swipe down there, maybe there was a little bit of frame drops as I was the first swipe down of the menu into the full menu there. It wasn't as fluid as I was expecting it to be. Whether or not that disappears entirely, I don't know. The phone could still be setting up. I don't know. But I did notice that. I've noticed a couple things. I will document them. I will make sure they get reported. And hopefully Google will actually pay attention to me as opposed to, other companies that we know of. I'm inclined to swipe back like like iOS. Oh, Latif Alabi Oki came in with a super chat. Thank you very much for that. See, you never know, what kind of supporters we're going to have and where we're going to have them. Stefane Tangway says that headphone dongle does have a DAC or a DAC for better sound. Okay, that's good to know. I'd still be inclined to find a Bluetooth 5 headset outright, but that's just a personal preference. Yeah, so like if you have an issue with viewing angles and uniform color, you may very well have an issue with this Pixel. I don't know if that's going to be an issue, like I said, for me outright. I'd really want to get to use it, but I'd have to know how everything kind of feels. But I'm not seeing anything that's, horrific up front. It's very generally smooth, apart from maybe a couple of skips, which you can't avoid, right? It's a matter of how many times you see those issues. Michael Naseby the second says, make it more smooth by lowering or turning off animations. Oh, right. You go into system, and then what is it? Not system updates. About phone, and then I think is it kernel version you tap like 10 times? No. Baseband? No, not the security patch. No, not that one. Oh, wait. It's double tapped. Get over. Build number? There we go. Yeah, build number. Now I'm a developer. Can never remember. I just double tap everything, and then, look at that. I'm a developer. So let's go down here, and I think we can even search for it and change window animation scale, transition animation scale, or animator duration scale. There's also smallest width. We could also go in and change the, I guess, effectively the, not the storage, sorry. We can go in and change the display font size, which I would be inclined to kind of play with. So there's default size or display size. Let's go with smaller. See how much more. Oh, yeah, you can definitely jam pack a lot of stuff in there with the small resolution. And then the icon spacing stays about the same, although the icons do shrink. That may be a little small for me on this particular screen, but that's pretty clean. It's clean. It's very clean. The ethos is very clean. We do have a couple other super chats here. Alejandro Bondi says, for better experience. Thank you for the super chat. That does help. It's for the Pixel Fund. Corey Spencer comes in. Welcome to Team Pixel, Chris. Living Universe Wallpapers is one of my favorite features. Enjoy. Yeah, I definitely want to download the, sorry if that, sometimes this skips. The issue. Oh, it was Mexican. Thank you. Ciso Mal, you gotta, thank you. It was pesos, I'd assume, from Alejandro. So don't get too thrown off there, but it's okay. Every bit counts. I'm going to download the Google Wallpapers app, which I'm really excited to try. I mean, I have tried it specifically on the Nexus P, but you know, it's been that. So that font size, I don't know if I'm gonna double tap to wake up. No, that's what I'm inclined to do. But I haven't registered my fingerprint either. So wait, how do I unlock it? Because I haven't registered my fingerprint. There we go. So I just press the button and swipe up. Of course, swipe up. That would be the way to do it. So if I close and then swipe up. Yeah, animation seemed pretty decent, and that was really one of my bigger concerns, minus a couple of things that I definitely have to write down to remember, like seeing kind of a brief skip, which could be due to the first version of the software to be shipping, could be just there and it was missed. But you know, given that this is kind of a factory install type of experience now, I'm nearsighted, so I like I like a big screen. So I that's why I changed the display size outright. And so I'd be inclined to go with a smaller font size then, but change the display size back to default and see what happens. Yeah, that may be more my liking, if I just minimize the font outright. Yeah, it's nice. What else could I try without specifically getting online? The scrolling through the settings app, you know, is a fair amount. Apps and notifications, there's not really a lot in there. There's more that you can do when you're online than when you're not, of course. But yeah, I will be tweaking and playing and installing and toying, and I don't know, man. I like the fact that I mean, it feels very nice in my hand. But what may ultimately win me over to the XL is the resolution, is the larger resolution on that screen. No doubt about it. I don't know how performance is necessarily going to play out, because with performance, sometimes can I try the speakers? Sure. With performance, there have been synthetic benchmarks with the Pixel 2 and the 2XL showing that with games, at least, you get dramatically better performance on a lower resolution screen than you do on the larger one. So that would be a bit concerning. Let's go into sound, as was suggested, and play some ringtones. Let's see, media volume. Clean. I like that you can maneuver them independent of each other too. It's also a clean interface too, with the sharp corners rather than rounded corners. I can't tell if that's a sound sampling, but it almost sounds like it's too loud for the speakers at high volume. And I've had that issue before. Yeah, it definitely sounds better when it's not full volume. Sounds better at not full volume, however many steps it has. Oh, I guess I can't. There we go. So almost if you go almost all the way and maybe shy by like a 10th or 15th, you'd be fine. But it is definitely is definitely not as what I would expect specifically for audio on those ringtones. They were a little shrill at high volume. It's an issue you're going to have. These speakers are not meant to be the best in the world. Got a couple other super chats to turn to. Does it come with a USB-C to USB-A adapter? The one that I showed here, that'd be nice to know, because it's actually the OTG adapter. This one, I think that's the one you're talking about, the one I showed off, but you may be a little late to the live stream, David. James Ikes comes in with Pixel Fun, Team Android. Jerome Miller Jr. says, check out the live wallpaper. Okay, see, I can't swipe up from this screen. So how can I, apart from, I don't have my fingerprints registered, so don't want to drop it too soon. There we go. So I press the power button, then swipe up. So you say, check out the live wallpaper. That's pretty wild. You can barely see it with the white balance on this camera, but that's really neat. Like you get the ocean things. There's Living Universe wallpapers. Marvelous Marble. See, I'm inclined to do that. Oh, that was weird. So, like, the initial, when it needed the impressions, or when it needed the when it needed the permissions, it seems to be kind of janky. See, I'm inclined to... Oh, hang on. It's stuck on a scroll over. Look at that. It's stuck. Like, it's back to normal, but did you see how it stuck? Weird. Okay, now I can't get to Google Now again. What's going on? There's nothing else in there. Or over there, I guess. Maybe because it doesn't recognize that I have an internet connection. I like, though, that it changed to a dark mode. I see, if anything would keep me in dark mode, or with a dark wallpaper, specifically always to have the dark app drawer and the status bar always on. Like, that would absolutely keep me there, for sure. So thank you, Jerome Miller, saying to check out the live wallpaper. This is live. At least I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't. This is just Living Universe, though. Maybe it's not live. But it's nice. It's pretty cool. And the Android experience begins. Indeed. So like I said, I've hit a few snags that I will report to the Jank team on that note. We also just got a note. So the high volume thing you mentioned was something I've noticed for a long time on mini devices. Yeah, Eddie Ringle, who is pretty much my Android go-to guy, pretty much says the same thing. And I felt that even on iOS. I didn't think that this was going to be any different outright. Register a fingerprint, you will be amazed. I will. I'll step through all that stuff. I'll go through and I'll reset everything up and get everything going, but I wanted to kind of push through this, and it would have taken too long. I wanted to be able to answer some questions. The Spooky Moon asks, are you already impressed? Yeah, I am. Am I bowled over? Oh, wait. Now you can definitely tell it's live because the sun's coming up on the screen. The sun wasn't on the edge of the sphere there a few minutes ago. So that is definitely live. And there's a storm, too. A thunderstorm. Lightning. You can see lightning flashing in the clouds. Oh, man, that's pretty cool. David Bui says, welcome to the dark side. Yes. I totally feel I am on the dark side. But yeah, this may be my wallpaper. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Google just updated in beta their Google this particular search bar widget thing. I see. To me, that what's a bit off-putting is the fact that it's a round chiclet. I want to be able to configure that to be a different shape, like I can with the icons, specifically on the icon shape in the settings. Like I can change it from system default to square, rounded square, squircle, or teardrop. So I would assume that if I changed the shape of the icons, it would also change the shape of the bar. That's not the case. I like the fact that you can change the shape of the icons, though. Look, it tells me Pixel 2 setup isn't done. They've done a pretty slick job at the beginning of of this feel. In terms of a device and responsiveness. How is it live if it's not on your Wi-Fi or data? It must be local stuff, which makes sense to me. David Devlin in YouTube says, I went back to my Pixel that I have lying around from my iPhone 8 Plus. I'm in the same boat as you, Chris. Like I said, you can't have a completely jank-free experience right now. I've yet to see it. I mean, even now, like I said, I got to remember those issues to report them. But the thing is just looking for the best overarching software experience for me, and that's ultimately what's going to spell success in my book. I feel this is definitely one that is going to be a contender for me, the Pixel 2 over the Pixel 2 XL. I just don't know. Because of what everybody said about the screen. I don't know. I guess I have to get like right up there saying, oh yeah, I can totally see the screen is this way, that way, the other way. I got to use the device. I want to use the device, and then I'd be able to give you my impressions. So some people are really thrown off by the screens. I guess I'm not as much. Squeeze. If I squeeze it, let's see here. Oh yeah, pops right up. Next. Oh yeah, that's fine. Do it later. This is fine. Squeeze. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really comfortable. Next. Yes. Do it later. Oh, wait. I need to actually set it. There we go. May bring up assistant accident. It warns you. May bring up assistant accidentally. Let's just go one further then. Okay. There we go. Keep it up. Okay. Just continue to assistant. There we go. Looks like you're offline. Yes. So. It's click. It's click. It's queen. It's quick. It's clean. I like that. I like that a lot. That's something I could do. Like, that's something I would remember to do. The only thing I don't know if I like, maybe it's just because I don't have it set up, but I'd like to be able to pull it up and then squeeze to let it go away. But it could be that I don't have it connected and it needs network settings. I don't know how that's going to be. Reginald Bowie says the gamut used as being a standard gamut just because people like to see saturated gamut doesn't mean there's something wrong with the display. Exactly. What is the Pixel 2 XL's got a P3 color gamut, like a wide color gamut. I'm not going to lick the phone, Oscar the Grouch. Not going to happen. But this is fun, and this is the way I think I'm going to be doing things for the next indefinite period of time. I will tell you, it may very well come down to the Pixel 2 XL, which I'm about to unbox in a live video here in this channel. So you don't go anywhere, don't disappear, and then of course I'll give you my initial impressions of that, specifically then comparing the Pixel 2 with the. See, now I can swipe over. So for a while there I couldn't swipe over. It's cleanish. It's not. Sometimes the animation seems to not be as fluid as other times, and it could just be trying to keep up with the swipe. But it doesn't feel janky to me. It feels snappy or snappish. It doesn't feel like it's jank. It's like if I go slower, it's definitely smoother. If I do this, it's no worse than I've seen on other devices. But if I go quicker, it definitely goes, and it doesn't feel like it's skipping like stones. The new emojis in Oreo actually got worse. I don't know. I'm not a fan, Brad, and it's good to see you again, Brad Wilson, of the blobs. And the blobs are nice. They're on YouTube if you like them. I have no problem with that. Jeremy Bittner mentions the Weather Channel app, as I was talking about the weather apps yesterday in TLDR. And I'm not sure. The Weather Underground, I have a feeling I'm going to be paying for that one because it seems to have everything that I might want. But I'm going to be tweaking. I like the lawn chair launcher. I tried that, talked about in TLDR yesterday. It's still a little buggy, still a little early on with lawn chair. But if it keeps moving forward, that may be a go-to, an absolute go-to launcher for the Pixel. Gotta try it though. So the Pixel is vegan. That is good to know. I had no idea. I don't think the phone necessarily eats anything, but I think we're coming on to about the 40-minute mark. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'll stop at about 40, but then we're going to be doing the second live stream with the Pixel 2 XL. I wanted to be able to talk through some initial impressions. Jedi's talking about something in the distance, as well as to answer questions that I'm seeing here in Discord chat or potentially here on YouTube. Snare Drummer 0123, Chris, did you try Dark Sky on Android? It's pretty much the same as iOS to my knowledge, and I've used it, I have it, but it's not the kind of weather app I'd be looking for. How about opening camera? Time from press to taking pics of kids. All right, so let's double tap the camera icon. That was quick. You saw it happen right there. That's how you do it. You double tap the power button, and it goes, and it launches. The only thing that may be an issue specifically is holding on to it, right? So that you're not getting your finger in the way. Not that, that wouldn't be an issue with other phones. But yeah, it's pretty quick to the click. You saw it. You saw it, didn't you? You saw it, didn't you? It was fast. Absolutely fast. David Bowie asks in YouTube, do you have any Android Wear to pair with a new phone? No, I don't. I've been looking for a good Android Wear 2.0 experience, like clean. I haven't found one. I'm looking for one, so please let me know. Can you double tap recent apps for a jank check? Okay, here we go. So I got to double tap and then swipe. I've still got to learn the nuances of that always on display. So let's double tap. That was clean. Very, very smooth animation. Let's tap once. Scroll. Calculator. Scroll. Clock. Yeah, everything seems smooth. Slick animation, which I'd imagine would get better if I change the timings of them. This is really this is the kind of Android experience that I've been longing for. If it continues to bear fruit. But yeah, I didn't see any issues with double tapping. Even in the first double tap, there didn't seem to be an animation catch. Action Launcher, says Eddie Ringel, is what he uses. He's very responsive on Twitter and places as well. Action Launcher? Hey, if it increases performance, I'm in. If it gives me the things that I want, I'm very, very happy. So Action Launcher from Eddie. If Eddie says that, then I'd probably be giving it a shot. David Horvath is here. David Horvath. Ugly Doll. If you've seen Ugly Dolls, the man who created Ugly Dolls is here in chat watching right now. Just so you know, I see everybody in chat. Do you like the back design of the phone? Yeah, it's fine. I'm the one who's going to talk least about what it looks like and most about what it runs like. That's all I really care about. NSXLA says stop using third-party launchers. Why? I'm fine in using third-party launchers if it improves the experience. So if I press power and then swipe, that'll work. Let's see here. Hold the recent apps to jump to multi-window. Yeah, so if you hold that down, maybe. Do I have to actually be in the... Can I not do it on this? There we go. So if I swipe up and do it that way, then I can go between two apps. Not that I have much to go between right now. Oh, that's interesting. How'd that got stuck? Oh, I see. It's still there. It's not stuck. It's there to be pulled down. Okay, that's interesting. So then I can go full screen with it. I can't necessarily swipe back up, but that's interesting. Now I can long press and hold and get into the dual camera or the dual app mode. Except you can't do it with a camera. You can't dual app mode with a camera. Not a big deal. So just FYI. I'm doing what you guys are asking me to do. I have no idea with that. Multitasking? WTF? What do you mean multitasking? You can do two things at once. So it's really odd how I couldn't do that the first time, though. Oh, what's interesting, though, is Calculator does a re-layout specifically for that resolution. Interesting. So I wonder if I then... Okay, if I bring it up, then it starts to make the other window behind it disappear. I can resize either window to a certain point. That's really nice. Does it work in landscape mode? Look at that. It works in landscape mode, too. Oh, but it only does a split screen in landscape mode specifically on this resolution. So if I go that way... There we go. It's a little weird how it pops over like that, but it didn't on the calculator. I noticed these small things. I have to remember all these small things that I'm reporting because it's a thing. Zach Berjawi. Oh, man. Why'd you got to do this to me? Zach just came in with a super chat. Okay, I'm not disappointed. I'm happy. You're going to wonder, why would anybody tune in this long to a live video unboxing that goes well beyond the unboxing? Oh, man. Zach Berjawi, I'm going to wait for Liz to screen cap this. Weather timeline is very clean and ad-free. Someone else recommended that. Alan Fernandez. I just tried split screen on both phones. Zach just did a super chat at a relatively high level. When it's red or this color, that's how you know it's a substantial super chat. Give the people what they want. Hashtag lick the fund. Lick the phone, not the fund. I assume someone's going to animated GIF this. Oh, man. This is probably a fetish to somebody. Here we go. Ready? Do it. Wait, lick it? Do people do this? Is this something that just you're asking me to do, or... It's got a nice mouth feel. And I did lick it. Like, you can see the saliva there on the screen. Or you should be able to see the saliva on the screen. Now that you've ruined my screen! Gotta wipe this off. I probably just eliminated the oleophobic coating. Just so you know. Don't let it be said that I won't bend over backwards for all my supporters. Thank you. I do appreciate the super chat. Everybody who super chatted. Honestly. I do appreciate it. Oh, great. That just looks... Oh, it's going to be misconstrued. Oh, man. Oh, okay. I'm going to start winding down so that we can move on to the Pixel 2 XL here in a little while. Thanks again for supporting me on go.tagjag.com/devicefund if you did, or if you have. It's very, very appreciated. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up here, because I can show you exactly what it looks like. So it's... There we go. I got to turn off that mode. See, right there. We've had 28 people basically do it. So thank you for the 28 people who did that. It really went a long way. David Bowie comes in with another super chat. I tried a few Android Wear devices. You can knock off the Fossil Q, Moto 360, and the first gen LG watch. They're not great. Here's another few bucks for the device fund. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I have no want, need, or desire to jump into something that is not a good experience. VT Production PC asks super chat. From what you've seen is the moment your SIM comes out of the iPhone into the Pixel. Wait, what? Is it the moment your SIM comes out of the iPhone into the Pixel? Is it enough for the move? Smell the phone like Flossie. Okay, I don't want to be like Flossie. And I also don't want licking the phone to become my thing. Okay, just so you know. That's not a me thing. Just I need you to understand that. Thank you for understanding that. I was able to get the saliva off. So what is it? IP67? I assume that covers saliva. But yeah, I like the feel of the device. Not sure I'm sold on the resolution yet. We'll see if I run into the same hiccups in terms of the jank that I saw with the dialogues popping up. I have to remember them. Eddie, were you making note of what I said? Since I know you're watching, Eddie's been waiting me for me to do this for years. So, yeah, the GIFs I don't know are going to autoplay specifically in this browser. TLDR, the lick done right. We will do a TLDR tonight. In case you are watching, this is the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel. Head over to youtube.com/lockernome. Press the subscribe button if you haven't, because we do a live video every day, and then we take questions and super chats and Discord chat. Answering questions. That's your show every day. So you get more from me beyond this one channel. Turn on notifications in this channel and the other one too. That's very important, because otherwise you won't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to do the Pixel 2 XL unboxing. I'm going to remind you to stay in this channel to watch it. After the Pixel 2 unboxing, Pixel 2 XL, sorry, unboxing, I will do TLDR in the other YouTube channel, as I just mentioned. And then, of course, we'll probably try to do the podcast tonight. We simulcast the podcast recording. It's just called Chris Pirillo. You search for it in your favorite podcast client. You should find it, and you should be able to listen to it. It's unique content. You can listen or tune in and interact in the podcast by heading over to... twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. So you can go over there to listen to the podcast when it's recorded live. And of course you can download the podcast. That's how podcasts work. But when you're on my Twitch profile, feel free to sub to me to get access to the chat room right here with David Horvath. That was brilliant. Thank you. I don't know what the W with 2 lines is in it. I don't know that, but this is awesome. 10,000 anything sounds amazing. We took it all the way to 10,000 here. So yes, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo, be a sub, join chat 24/7, even when I'm not doing video. And then, if you want to be a patron, you can be a patron and a sub at the same time. You'd also get access to Discord chat. Juan. Very nice. It's not about, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to concentrate on the numbers. The number's not important. The people are important. You are very, 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 uplifting in the sense that you've been supporting me in these well, at least the past few weeks, certainly. Unit Cash 082 says, keep up the good work. Thank you for the super chat. Trust me, it all goes to a wonderful place. I didn't make anything. This is what you have to understand. With the Pixel Fund and the subs on Twitch and the patrons on Patreon, I'm not making anything. All that goes back into this. All that goes back into this. All that goes back into this. So you're getting what you're asking for from me by supporting me in that way. So thank you, everybody, for tuning into this video. I wanted to keep it as short as I could because we're going to be moving on to the second one. But I'm big into round numbers. So now that we're at 47 minutes in, let's see if we can keep going until we hit 50 minutes even, and then we'll call it a video outright and move on to the second one in this channel. It's nice to see TV Show Chase. He says, hey, my first live stream. Hey, stick around. Plenty more to come. Reagan Young. I think HK is Hong Kong. Thank you very much for this super chat support. Officer Fergerger, which is an amazing username, says, are you getting the iPhone 10? Stay tuned. That will be the next potential device fund if you are so inclined to see me use an iPhone 10. We've got potentially some My Little Pony fans back here, possibly some bronies. Darth Vader, if you didn't know, is a brony. I don't think that's canon, but there's this little Lego video where Darth Vader's teaching Luke how to count, and Jedi loves it. Arturo Marchand comes in with a super chat. Thank you very much for the support. I do appreciate it. Did I multiple click the Android version? No, I did not. Maybe this is a good way to kind of end it here. Press the power button, swipe up. We will double tap to... Oh, yep. No, that's not settings. Just single tap. There we go. Go to settings. Go back. System. And where's the about phone? Android version 8.0. Oh, crap. I tapped too much. There we go. Oreo. It doesn't look like an Oreo, though. It's just this yellow thing with a white center, white cream center. You know what you should have asked? You should have asked me to lick this. Why didn't you ask me to lick this? Moment's gone. Maybe you'll have to super chat again in the Pixel 2 or the Pixel XL2 unboxing. Whoa, we're getting super chats. Scott Kreppel just came in. Thank you for that. Do appreciate the super chat. If you have a question or a comment, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to surface it. Love the lick you need to do on the XL. Also, please, says Alan Robertson, super chatter. We got to save something for the other video, man. We do. So y'all know what to do. Become a sub of mine to get access to Discord 24/7. Become a patron on patreon.com/Chris Pirillo to get access to the chat room. Live streams every day at youtube.com/LockerRoom. We'll be doing it again tonight. I love you. I appreciate you. At this point, however, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.